Hey guys, and we are live, and we've got an absolute cracker ahead of us. Uh, wow, it looks like they've just on the toss as well. Oh, nice little cute little kid. You always like to see that. I like when they get the kids involved actually in the tosses. It's quite cool. Good experience as well. So they've just taken the photo with the kid, and now walking back Djokovic. And they're going to have a quick warm up. And before we do get into that, as they're warming up, the head-to-head's 4-3, as Venu rightly pointed out a couple of days ago, to Djokovic. So it's pretty tight, but Medvedev's actually won the last three out of the four times they've played, I think. So I'm expecting this to be a very competitive final, a lot more competitive than yesterday's. Venu, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing well. Yeah, looking forward to this match. Shame then that we won't see a one-handed backhand today, but you never know. We might see them bring it out, but no.
But the slice counts as one, doesn't it?
Yeah, but not like a proper one-hand backhand. But I'm looking forward to this match. It's going to be, I think it's interesting because Djokovic before this match was playing a bit of mind games with Medvedev and said he's the man to beat, and he's already playing mind games with Medvedev. So it's going to be an interesting match in terms of the dynamics. In terms of Medvedev has a huge first serve, and Djokovic is one of the best returners for the game. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out this match. And yeah, it's going to be quality. It's going to be a quality game.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a fantastic match, actually. Yeah, it's funny you said about the mind games. Actually, Djokovic is. I think he's so experienced and mature now that he's got to a point where he knows how to take the pressure off himself, and the way to do that is to say something like, "Yeah, he's a man to beat." So Medvedev actually hasn't lost for 4 months. He's won 20 straight matches. Can you believe that?
Yeah, it's ridiculous. On the hard court, it's all on the hard court, isn't it?
And it's all on hard court. Yeah, so he won the Paris indoor tournament. Then he obviously won indoors the ATP Tour Finals. I think he won another trophy as well, or maybe actually no, that probably would be around 20, including the Australian Open. So yeah, they're just going through the road to the final. So Djokovic beat Jeremy Chardy 6-3, 6-1, 6-2. Then Francis Tiafoe in 4 in the second, Taylor Fritz in the third. They've just gone, but I think it's Raonic in the fourth. So I mean, he's doing a look. He didn't really have any tough five setters, did he? Djokovic, and Medvedev hasn't had any five setters yet either, from what I know. And let me confirm. So I think both are pretty fresh. I mean, both won in straight sets. I'm just hoping that we don't get straight sets here and we see a very competitive match. I think so. Just looking through it, and I was wrong. Medvedev had to come through in 5 in the third round. Yep, against 28 seed Krajinovic. He was actually 2 sets to love up, but Krajinovic came back, and then that's the one where his coach left midway through the fourth set, Vinny, because he was shouting at his coach, and he ended up winning the fifth 6-love, which is pretty. You don't normally see that. Someone is so tight for the first 4 sets, and someone just wins at 6-love. But since then, all straight sets.
You said that Medvedev has won his last 20 matches on the hard court. Well, you got to mention Djokovic's run at the Australian Open. Whenever he's got to he's never lost a final.
No.
In 8 attempts, in 8 finals, he's won all 8 of them, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going for his ninth Australian Open Grand Slam, and he has a perfect 17-0 from the semi-final stage onwards, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so he's now won, as you said, 17-0, so 9 semis and 8 finals, and this is his 9th final. So can he make it? Well, 9 Australian Open finals and 9 wins, which would be pretty, astounding, really, to say the least. The dude is super impressive. So, yeah, I think he's a fantastic player, for sure. And it's funny because there was a poll I saw on one of the forums I'm part of, and it was saying who do you think is the most complete player? And I kind of think Djokovic is really, if you look at his all-round game, he's probably the most complete player in terms of he's the most complete player on all surfaces, I would say. But the guy is just he seems like a bit of a machine almost at times. Do you think we're going to see if Medvedev's winning? Do you think we're going to see a bit of a strategic medical timeout from Djokovic, and maybe an injury flaring, and then that might be mind games as well?
Yeah, he's gonna play the cards right. As we say, it's gonna be like a bit of a chess game, I reckon, and there's gonna be a bit of mind games involved. So it's gonna be a great game.
Yeah, agreed. This is going to be an absolute cracker, guys. Absolute cracker.
In the last 52 weeks, and Djokovic has won 32 matches and lost 5 matches. Now 30 wins, 5 losses, and has won 3 titles. Whereas Medvedev has won 25 and lost 8 and has won 2 titles. It's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. And what a way to start off the final.
Ace down the line.
Ace down the line. Straight away. Djokovic.
Here's your stats, man. Djokovic has 1 ace. Medvedev has 0.
Thanks, Venu. Djokovic 15 love up on his serve. So
this is something interesting, which I read the other day, which I found really interesting. Kazan.
Yep.
In terms of in Australian Opens, Djokovic has won 64.4% of games won in the first set at Australian Open.
Okay, interesting.
Which is ridiculous. So he seems to start off really well. So he more or less wins out the first set.
Yep, Djokovic 30 love up here, and he's trying to set the tone, isn't he? Really, in this, he's basically trying to stamp his authority, which is clearly what he's doing because he's 40 love up now after the into-out forehand down the line. Big shot as well. Big forehand from him, and he definitely looks very, very sharp early doors here, which is very, very impressive, I have to say. He's just come out. That's interesting. Got total points 747 for Djokovic and 6,047 for Medvedev.
Oh, it was a net. Oh, it was hit the net.
So Djokovic, second serve, as Venu said, hit into the net. So let's see what they can do here now. Djokovic is wearing the white top with the green shorts. So he's wearing the reverse of what he has worn at times. I think he's got 2 sets of 2 outfits, and he's chosen this one. But yeah, Djokovic just netting a backhand there, so 40-15 up. And Medvedev, I think, is good that he's got that first point, but he's going to want to put a little bit of pressure on Djokovic. I think he wouldn't want him to hold so easily first game. Oh, okay. So 1 love, very easy hold for Djokovic. It's difficult, right? Because I think normally people are pretty not tight, but obviously they need to work their way into sets sometimes. But Djokovic has just really come out absolutely swinging, really. And yeah, I think there's going to be pressure on Medvedev straight away, really, to hold and be pretty impressive doing it. I think because Djokovic looks very up for this. So win predictor, that's interesting. 59% to Djokovic, 41% to Medvedev. So that's not terrible.
What do you mean not terrible?
As in for Medvedev, that's not bad. Having a win percentage of 41%, that's the win predictor. So they've got like algorithms or whatever, but yeah, that's quite interesting. They've got that.
Well, it's 4-3 head-to-head, so I'm quite surprised by that. I'll probably be more in favour of Djokovic, but Medvedev is...
No, but it's taking into form. It's not just head-to-head. It's probably taking into account current form as well, which Medvedev has at the moment.
That's a huge serve.
Or good forehand. Or very good forehand winner. Well done. And it puts away the first point.
I already know.
Away. Yeah, I think it is going to be. I think you're right. Medvedev here just absolutely dominated with the forehand, and you can see that there. Just not a huge amount of shots, but not a huge amount of coverage, but it just works for him. It really does.
like I think the story of the Australian Open for Medvedev is how good his backhand's been. His
Yeah,
two-hand
I agree.
backhand is arguably better than Djokovic's, and so far this Australian Open, he's hit 32 backhand winners, Medvedev, and his opponents have only hit 12. And on his backhand, his unforced errors are 44 this Australian Open, and his opponents are 60. So showing it's getting more consistent. It's his weapon now, really. Like that ridiculous point, which a TV failed to show on a replay when he was it against
Tsitsipas. Yeah.
That
That's a big unforced error from Medvedev. He's talking of his backhand. He is very solid, but his forehand's looking a bit loose. That's 2 unforced errors on the forehand side, and it's 15-30 to Medvedev. Well, sorry, in favor of Djokovic on Medvedev's serve. Big serve down the tee, very big serve. Djokovic returns it well. That's a poor forehand again, and it opens up 2 break points. And we were saying this could be a game, but this set could. No, I'm joking. I'm sure it won't be, but I feel like Venu wants Medvedev to win.
I know. I want a good match.
You want a good match. Do you have a specific person you want to win?
Well, I said before the tournament, Djokovic is to win. So
no, but who do you want to win rather than prediction?
I want Medvedev to win.
Okay, yeah, that's a very good save of a break point there from Medvedev. Big serve out wide, then putting it away with a forehand and putting the kind of a forehand demons a little bit there because that's an absolute cracking forehand down the line.
But has he left it too late as well? That's all I'm saying.
No, I mean he's on the serve, so he should be able to. He should be able to do something here.
I'm out of trouble.
Backhand slice long. Djokovic goes cross court with the backhand to backhand here now. The battle of the two-handers, probably the best two-handers on tour, as Venu was rightly saying. But we talked about how solid Medvedev's backhand is, but Medvedev's two-hander has just gone long. And Venu, those stats you're talking about, I think Medvedev obviously on paper has a fantastic one, but he's hit a huge unforced error in a big point on that backhand side. So I think he definitely take some of those unforced errors for that.
It's early days, and I think Medvedev obviously got some nerves, jitters.
Yeah, he's probably a bit tight, I think. Although the one thing I was thinking is that he's played a US Open final before, so that should put him in. He should be able to get into gear pretty quickly, but he's never played Australian Open final before, so it is slightly different.
And also
the same service, and Djokovic as well.
Compare him to Djokovic, how many finals has he played in?
I mean, he's played in at least 20.
I just don't want to count. I'm thinking.
No, because I mean he's won 17, so he's played at least 20. So the dude is just incredible.
And as again, he starts strong. He has started strong.
Yep, he's come out. Yeah, I think it's going to be Medvedev. If it gets to a case of where it's 4-1, for example, I think Medvedev might end up thinking I need to forget about this set and look at the next one. But you never know. All it takes is one break of serve. It's only a break up, Djokovic. It's not like he's multiple breaks up.
Can I say something, Fazan? This is not on Freeview TV. Absolute joke.
Yeah, it's not. It's on, for anyone who is watching and tuning in, it's on Eurosport. And I think you can also pay for the Eurosport player, which is 99p a month. So to be fair, compared to Sky, that's pretty good. You can pay 99p a month if you don't have Sky, and you can watch on your phone and your laptop and stuff. So £1 a month, I mean, pretty much anyone can watch that, to be fair. That's one thing I would say, which is good compared to, obviously Sky's not like that. It's a lot more expensive.
But it should be on Freeview.
Fantastic Smash. Yeah, it should be. It should be. I know what you're saying. But the fact is, I think because it's an Australia venue as well, the time difference, I don't think it matches up totally. But also, I think it definitely. I mean, all sports should be on Freeview, really. But I think this is really a good medium that you've got. That they're saying that you can pay £1 a month to access as much tennis as you want, and also you get to see all the highlights as much. That's
not a bad deal.
They've got premium stuff on there that you can't get on even Sky. I can't access the specific highlights. For each match, they show their own highlights and it's like a whole match. I have to wait until the Australian Open releases it or whatever. So
fair enough, don't show the whole tournament, but at least show the women's final and the men's final. At least do that.
Yeah.
Anyway, my rant over.
But also, Venu, it's not actually up to. A lot of the time, it's not up to the. It's up to the broadcasters. Like if BBC don't want it, then they won't pay for it. They'll have the option to, that, right? Most of the time.
Yeah, but they should do it though. What's wrong with
they should do it. Yeah, they should. But I think obviously they don't want. They just probably don't see the benefit. They probably weigh up the pros and cons and think, what's our viewership going to be like? Is it actually going to help us?
Well,
if
it gets 10 kids into tennis while watching it, then that's good enough.
Yeah, it is. I agree. I think the issue is though is that these broadcasters are going to be thinking about themselves, unfortunately, and if they don't see that it's helping them personally, then they won't care about how it helps other people. I think just to actually, I mean, it's 3-love here. Obviously, Djokovic one breakup as well. Medvedev serving to get his first game, and what a return on the second serve from Djokovic! That is a ridiculous forehand down the line, unbelievable. What the hell? That's how you return a second serve. Bang.
This is why he's probably the best returners of the game. Like, I think we both said when I think your sister asked the question, what did she ask? What strokes would take from a replayer?
Yeah.
And I think we both said Djokovic returned, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. That just proves it, doesn't it? That was ridiculous.
Actually, yeah, I think I said Nadal, but I think, to be honest, Djokovic is. I don't know. I think he's probably potentially better. That's a huge serve from Medvedev down the tee, though. A couple of big serves, though, puts him in 30-15 here, Medvedev. So he's trying his best to. Yeah, that's good. 40-15 up. So just quickly, talking of big serves as well. Yesterday, the women's game, the first serve percentage Venue. Guess what it was from both players? Around about 40%.
Oh, that's quite bad, isn't it?
Yeah, it was pretty bad, to be fair. The first serves were not flowing for either, to be fair. I'll wait until this point's over. I'm thinking Medvedev's going to get through this. Big forehand cross court, big backhand as well from Medvedev, and going to a rally. And Djokovic just looks so effortless at the moment. And that's Medvedev's dropped that miles long.
Good. Honestly,
he's making a lot of unforced errors early doors here.
Forehand, isn't he? If I was Djokovic, I'd be aiming for his forehand.
I think that's what he's doing, to be fair. I think he's mixing it up a little bit, but I think he's actually targeting the forehand. When he wants to be aggressive, he's thinking that if I'm aggressive to the forehand, it won't hold up. And that kind of is holding to, is ringing true for now anyway. So Medvedev needs to sort that out. He's got good movements. I think, as you said, he's a bit tight. So he needs to, I think once he gets one game under his belt, then he'll start opening up.
Backhand's ridiculous.
Out. Okay, so he's got one. So he's got his first game and he's held. So that's a big one because I think now that he's got it under his belt, he's like, okay, I'm on the scoreboard. Let's get going now.
Just like a batsman in cricket, getting off the mark.
Yeah, exactly.
Just like here in tennis, I find that difficult as well. Personally.
I mean, what's just happened now is where he's just won that game, right? 3-1. It's like facing 15 balls and not getting off the mark, and then you get that one single, and there's that relief. But I said about the women's, and obviously the serving wasn't quite up to the standard they would have been expecting, I think, yesterday. But in comparison, I think we've seen a lot. Well, that's a fantastic forehand again from Djokovic. He's really punishing anything short and anything that's got no pace on it. But anyway, first serve percentages 80% for Djokovic, 83% for Medvedev so far. I think that kind of just shows maybe that these guys have a bigger emphasis on the serve at the moment anyway. The serve has been a massive weapon, I think. Of course it is in the women's game, but especially in the men's, in this Australian Open anyway, I think it's been a quite, which I think in my opinion is probably the biggest weapon in total. Djokovic actually puts a backhand cross court wide, or long there even, sorry, and 15 all on Djokovic's serve, 3-1 up. And talking of unforced errors, I mean, to be fair, 4-4 apiece, so Djokovic has made a few in the last couple of points. So, another one there.
Oh, that's a big
that-
point now. Oh,
That's a big unforced error. Yeah, I think it's going to be interesting to see how Medvedev does here. Can he open up that break point? He's got an opportunity there. The door's kind of slightly ajar. Can he really push it open fully? Serve and volley, interesting. Don't normally see a serve volley from Djokovic. Tries to serve and volley there. Second serve from Djokovic. Medvedev goes deep with the forehand. Djokovic targeting that forehand as we said, Venu, but then he goes down the line. He's going to the backhand side. Very good cross court from Medvedev. Good return though by Djokovic. Good retrieval even. This is a ridiculous rally. What the hell? I definitely haven't counted how many how many shots this is in this rally. Slices. This rally's got everything. All it needs is someone to come to the net. Come on. Oh, there you go. Oh,
what a rally!
And that opens up two break points, and Djokovic tries to go for the drop shot to shorten the point, and he actually hits the net cord. And I was saying I wanted someone to come to the net, and if he'd gone over, I think we would have seen Medvedev come to the net there.
Why Djokovic playing that shot? That's such a low percentage shot.
The thing is, Venu, is that it's at this stage, right? These guys are elite, and they want to break it up, and he didn't want to carry on that rally, so he just thought, "What have I got to do?"
He was 30-15 down.
I know. No, I know what you're saying. But he's one of the best, right? So he'll just back himself, and he'll make that 9 times out of 10 normally. That wasn't a very good overhead initially from Djokovic. This is a harder one. Oh, and he's broken. Wow. Wow. And I tell you what, folks, we have a match. I was saying, but as soon as that second ball landed, Djokovic wasn't in the right position, and he was like falling backwards, and I was like, he's going to miss this. He's either going to go wide or into the net, because that was so tough. And Djokovic, historically, the overhead is his worst shot. Historically, it's always been something that people have said. Look, the overhead is something which obviously you can't really target it unless you're being super defensive and you go loopy, or, kind of deep. But he'll just wait for that to drop and then hit like the big forehand. But yeah, I mean, his overhead has been something that he historically has been pretty poor, and we just showed it there. When I say poor, I mean poor in comparison to the rest of his elite game. So 3-2, and it's back on serve. And we said this first set might be over, but as I said, it was only a break. And what it takes is Medvedev to break him back, and that's exactly what he's done. So fantastic stuff from him. Medvedev actually now has less unforced errors than Djokovic. So 5 winners and 5 unforced errors for Djokovic, and 4 apiece for Medvedev. So pretty even Stevens on that column as well. But Djokovic starting to have some errors filter into his game.
Apparently, Kazan, apparently Dominic Thiem has said that he felt the courts at this Australian Open have been the fastest Grand Slam courts he's ever played on.
Okay.
And apparently the ball is skidding, and that's why Medvedev's getting a lot of purchase on his serve, especially, isn't he?
Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, I mean, obviously, if it's skiddier, it definitely plays into Medvedev's hands because of his kind of low over the net game, and he hits it a skiddy ball at times for sure. I think someone was saying that the courts are playing. Oh, that's a fantastic backhand, angled backhand. He set that point up fantastically. I think it's interesting you said about the courts playing quicker. I think it probably favors slightly Medvedev because he's probably slightly more attacking than Djokovic as well. And normally it favors the more attacking players. And someone like Djokovic obviously is not seen as a really attacking player. He's more of a very solid player. And that's a huge serve down the tee from Medvedev. Absolutely huge serve.
And I think it is showing because Djokovic averaging 0.89 aces per service game.
Mm.
And in his career, I think he is averaging 0.43 aces per service game. So that's nearly double now. So definitely the courts are playing quicker.
Yeah, I think you've seen more aces and stuff as well, haven't you? I think 40 love up on his serve. I think I agree with you, Venu. And it's interesting because the speed, so the speedometer doesn't always show. It doesn't really show how quick the courts are playing because I think that's when it goes over the net, the ball. That's when it tracks the speed. So I think it's actually, as you said, the court. So when it bounces, when the ball's hitting the court, it speeds up more than it would normally on the courts that they have been playing on in the past on the hard court. Medvedev just held to love there, held to love. It's 3-3, and after being pretty tight at the start, getting broken, he broke back pretty much straight away. He did break back straight away. Fantastic stuff from Medvedev here, and yeah, he's definitely he's in the ascendancy, isn't he? I mean, 3 games in a row. But yeah, it's interesting because in a hard court you just think a hard court plays like a hard court, but they obviously they can make them so that they play in different ways in terms of the speed off the court. But yeah, I agree. You've definitely seen more aces in this, but I think that's good in a way because it just means that people have to return better. But it definitely is in favour of a good, accurate server rather than a big server. Because there's purchase really for everyone. Oh, has he got that? Oh, fantastic. Oh, no, he screwed up the backhand there, but really good rally. Djokovic lobbing Medvedev. Medvedev not quite, I thought he was going to get there pretty easily, to be fair, but didn't manage to claw that backhand back into play.
Did you know, because on the 3 of the last 4 men's finals at Melbourne Park have required a 5th set. Could it be 4 up the last 5 after this final? Who knows?
Yeah, maybe.
It looks like it. It looks like it.
Yeah, for sure. It looks like it could, considering I think if Medvedev wins the first set, I think that's kind of what we want because Djokovic is definitely the favourite, I would say. So you want Medvedev to win it first, and then we can see how it's going from there. Djokovic will fight back.
Go for a sec because I'll be back.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, so whilst Venu's gone, I mean Djokovic is 30 love up and on his serve here, and he's looking more solid. And I just think, on the whole, Medvedev just looks like he's really found his own here now, and he's definitely comfortable. I'd say I don't see those jitters anymore that we saw at the start. Some really unruly backhand errors from someone who Venu clearly stated that in terms of unforced errors, he has about half as many as anyone else, but he's hit double the amount of winners as anyone else on that side. So it's becoming a dominant weapon for him. Especially, I think down the line, his backhand is probably one of the best. And we're seeing really the 2 best 2-handers on tour in this match. I would say personally, with Djokovic and Medvedev. Djokovic 40 love up, but just nets a forehand, trying to go into out. And yeah, he's going to look to hold it because he just lost 3 games in a row, which isn't ideal, is it? For sure, not ideal. But a seesaw of a game, and that's what we like to see. A seesaw of a game. And whilst we're doing that, so 40-15 up, he's gone out wide on the serve, and it's just to touch upon that point that Venu made about the courts being quicker. I think in total, it definitely makes a difference, like 100%. It makes a huge, huge difference when the courts play quicker like that, popping off the surface. And yeah, Djokovic has now gone down the line. Oh, fantastic volley there at the net from Djokovic to hold. And it's 4-3. And yeah, just really, really good stuff from Djokovic there. Back on Medvedev's serve now. And yeah, as I said, we're back on serve. So let's see how we do. Really, really good stuff though from Medvedev, and it's been impressive. I think for sure, it's been really, really good. from both. I think both have been super, super impressive. So that's kind of what we want to see from both as well, which is good. Let me know as well what you guys think. Who do you think is going to win? Who do you think is going to lose? And how far do you think it's going to go? How far do you think each set is going to be? Do you think we're going to see a 3-setter, a 4-setter, a 5-setter? And who's your pick to win? I think a lot of people. This is the first time in a long time I've seen quite a few people pick against Djokovic. Maybe because of Medvedev's 20 win run and the fact that he looks like it might be time for him to win a Grand Slam. So let's see. But yeah, he's definitely looked a lot more solid and accomplished, I think, as of late. So a lot of people looking at him to potentially put on, which would be an upset, to be fair. It really would be, but it would be a very, very good and solid performance. But I don't think it would be a huge shock, but it would be an upset, 100%. So let's see how that goes. New balls as well, and with the quicker courts, I think Medvedev is going to look to serve big here, and he does first up, 15 love up, serving down the tee, and Djokovic can only put that ball wide. So yeah, really, really good stuff from him. Now Djokovic though has got a second serve to look at, which was always nice. Goes cross court with the backhand, a slice backhand as well to Medvedev's backhand, and gets a bit lucky with a net call there. Djokovic goes cross court again down the line. Medvedev utilising the forehand down the line as well into a rally, and Djokovic goes for the drop. In comes Medvedev into the net and volleys. And yeah, just about wins that one with the smash. Oh, fantastic rally there. Unbelievable rally there. Djokovic drop shotting, then Medvedev comes in, goes backhand slice to Djokovic's forehand, just dragging him out of the court a little bit there. And whilst he can only claw it back and give Medvedev a nice overhead to put away. So really good stuff from him. Oh, good stuff here. Really, really good stuff from both. Oh, good cross court there from Medvedev, Djokovic, then going cross court as well. Then down the line, and unfortunately, Medvedev putting that one long. So last rally was 20 shots. It's a 30-15 up for Medvedev. He won't want to be giving up any more points here. That's for sure. Yeah, he won't want to be giving up any more points. That is for sure. Oh, really, really big serve. 40-15 up now. And he'll be happy. He'll be very, very happy with that for sure. Really good stuff from him. Oh, out wide there from Medvedev. A huge serve. Absolutely huge serve. 4-all. Really fantastic stuff from him. And yeah, we're definitely we've definitely got a game on here. 4-all. Really, really good stuff. And I'll just add Venu back in, so bear with me. Venu.
What have I missed, Fazan?
Just some big serving from Medvedev to hold 4-4, and yeah, he held to 15. So some decent rallies as well, coming to the net, etc. But yeah, good stuff so far.
Here, let's look at the stats. How many aces do you think they've both hit? Mate, Medvedev has hit 5 aces
Already.
Djokovic 2.
Yeah, it shows though, doesn't it? About, I mean, he had new balls as well, Medvedev at 4-3, which would have helped. But also, as you said, the courts, I think. So I think a combination of that. Medvedev is a bigger server than Djokovic in general as well. So He should be serving more aces. If he isn't, I think he'll probably be worried.
I've seen his rally Vizard.
Yeah, ridiculous backhand to backhands.
Has Medvedev? I think Medvedev's winning the longer rallies, isn't he?
Or let me know. Let me know.
There's been. Oh, actually no. And rallies are longer than 9. Djokovic has won 6. Medvedev has won 5. But 5 to 8 medium rallies 3-3. But short rallies 0 to 4. Djokovic 11, Medvedev 13. So it's kind of even Stevens at the moment. There isn't really a massive difference. Let's see if there's any big difference in the stats. This is quite interesting, Bizarre. Djokovic has won 62% of his first serve points. Medvedev has won 71% of his first serve points, which I find quite interesting.
Yeah, for sure.
However, he's winning a lot more second serve points, Djokovic.
Yeah, Medvedev goes wide with that backhand. Yeah, I think Djokovic's second serves improved quite a bit over the years, for sure, definitely. Yeah, definitely improving constantly. So interesting to see whether Medvedev can actually put it under pressure, because that's what Djokovic is trying to do on Medvedev's second serve. Oh, into the net from Medvedev there. And Djokovic is 30-15 up. And as I said yesterday, and when I got to about this point, Venu, I said this is the business end of the set. When you get to around 4-all, it's the business end, and it's who can step up and really make some inroads now and kind of nick the set when it's tight like this. And that's a fantastic into-out forehand from Djokovic. And he's 40-15 up, so looking like he's on for a solid hold here. Medvedev, he's so lanky, and he reminds me of you a little bit actually. But he's so his reach is very good.
Is it because of the standard of tennis he plays? Reminds me.
No, not that.
Oh, then why would you say that then?
Good backhand slice from Djokovic, and also to the forehand, because you're both tall. That's why. And you're both tall and lanky. That's why. Good backhand cross court from both.
He kind of encourages me and think actually I could move like him.
Yeah, you should. Oh, that's a bad backhand into the net coming in. He actually put together that point really well, Medvedev. And Djokovic is trying to use that drop shot. It's not really coming off, but Medvedev gave him that point, I would say, because they should have really done better with the backhand short there, and then come into the net and potentially finish off that point. Yeah, Ben, when you said about taller players, I mean, all these players, Tsitsipas, Zverev, they're all over, even Medvedev, they're all over now 6'3", so they're your height or taller, and they're all expected to move really well. So they're good to watch in terms of movement, because nowadays it's not enough just being tall and being a big server and being able to hit well. Like you have to move, otherwise you'll just get destroyed. So that's why you see all these guys now, that the way they move, that they work a lot on their fitness and movement.
Definitely. By the way, where are the questions? Come on, give us some questions.
We don't actually have that many views at the moment. It might be because a lot of people are doing the live stream on different channels that I know, so they may be on those channels and make a shift over. Yesterday I had quite a few. Yeah, they're not as good.
We're the best live stream going. They're missing out.
Exactly. Expert tennis analysis and Bansk.
It's like you have a class and you ask them a question. They don't ask any questions. It's just like, what's the point?
Yeah, it's funny. So yesterday I did the women's final. And I had quite a few actually questions. Although to be fair, I think on the whole, I ended up having like 12 people on the chat, I think it was up to 12 or 20 actually. I think it was 12. But not many people were asking questions actually. So I was saying, ask questions, but they weren't. They were just listening to me and watching. And but I had a few though. I had a few questions, which was nice. But that was good actually. I ended up getting a lot of views after as well and during, which was nice to see. But the boxing yesterday, so an Albanian fighter was fighting, and he's got a huge following. So all these guys are coming on saying, "Can you share me your screen, like, so we can see the fight and stuff?" I was like, "No, that's illegal. Like, I can't do that." and like they were asking, but I had like 21 people in my chat, most of them Albanian, which is quite funny, asking me for oh, fan, what a forehand, what a winner from Medvedev, forehand cross court. It's just come out of nowhere, and he's found this angle, which it's funny because I said this about Osaka yesterday. People they just find these angles from absolutely nowhere. And Medvedev is one of those players as well. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's a good. That was actually a pretty decent return from Djokovic. But he absolutely destroys that forehand down the line, and he's not messing about here, Medvedev. And it's 5 games all.
I'd love to play these guys.
But look at this. So he actually had. I think he'd got too close to the ball here. Almost. He's almost playing that.
To be honest. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. It's not. It's almost like he's playing that behind him, but he's just
but
taking
he's quite good at if the ball's behind him. He'll still hit it well. It's so strange.
Probably because he's used to hitting it late anyway. That's kind of how he naturally hits it. Yeah, it's bizarre, isn't it? But it works. But yeah, all these Albanian people, and they asked me loads of questions, so we had a lot of people there. So I think it depends on the viewers who are watching.
Yeah, but if any of you watching, please send us some questions.
Yeah, Benny loves a question. So please do send any questions if you are in the chat. And thank you very much for tuning in. And also make sure you like this video and subscribe. And five games all. This is a fantastic match. It really is evenly matched for sure, as the scoreline suggests. That's a huge forehand from Djokovic into out. Yeah, he did. It was a slightly shorter shot from Medvedev there, and Djokovic just he really attacked that one.
That is a huge backhand.
On the backhand, it's absolutely monstrous.
Huge.
I think the difference as well between these two and the guys at the top of the game and maybe others is that the shot selection, right, at the right times. Also, Djokovic comes to the net and Medvedev.
He should have done better there.
He should have gone down the line there.
Yeah.
I don't know why he went. Maybe he tried to wrong foot him, but he went cross court and Djokovic volleying very easily covered that cross court. So I'm not sure why he went. And again, Venu is another case of Djokovic utilizing the drop shot. He doesn't want the rally. I don't think he actually wants the rallies to go super long. And so he's tried to drop him again. There hasn't quite come off. A good serve out wide from Djokovic and puts away the forehand really easily. But yeah, I think he that drop shot he loves playing is developed in the last few years, especially the last year or so. It hasn't been super effective. He hasn't hit many winners off it, but Medvedev is not really doing enough with it. So he's going to be thinking to himself, I'm going to keep on playing it until until it becomes redundant, because at the moment it's working for him. And when the rallies are getting longer than he wants, he'll just say, I'll cut it off here. And then Medvedev's not really taking advantage of the drop shot.
Djokovic has won 6 out of 6 net points, whereas so that's 100%, obviously.
Yeah.
Whereas Medvedev has only won 1 out of 2 net points.
Yeah, exactly.
So obviously, he's not clinical as Djokovic, and also he's not coming at the net as much as Djokovic.
Exactly, and it's 6-5 to Djokovic, and on Medvedev serve now, and Medvedev serving to stay in the set, and just to see if it goes to a tiebreaker. To see how it goes, but I think this has been a cracking start. It really has. Couldn't really ask for more, to be fair, because I think both players. I mean, you always expect Djokovic to do well here, as we said. Like, his record is phenomenal. Hasn't lost a single Australian Open final, but Medvedev obviously it's his first Australian Open final, second Grand Slam final, and I think after the early jitters getting broken, managed to break back, and I think he's pulled himself back into contention here, Venu, don't you think? Especially, I think it's impressive, the mental fortitude needed.
Yeah, he could have easily folded. I think wasn't he 3-1 down?
It was 3-love down.
3-love, yeah.
Yeah.
So he's got it back to 5-5 or 6-5, which is impressive. So
yeah, exactly, 100%. Yeah, he's done a very good job here, bringing it back. That's for sure. And Medvedev now serving to stay in the set and also make sure that he can take it to a tiebreak, into that tiebreak shootout, which we all love to see.
Ooh.
Or do we? That's lovely. That little Melbourne looks cracking. Oh, we need to go there at some point.
Oh, I've
See
been.
some tennis, see some cricket. Have you?
I've been to Melbourne, but I haven't been to actually the tennis courts. But I think this wins in the Ashes I've played day one this year in Australia, so I'd quite like to go. But I don't know, because I'm a teacher, I can't take. Actually, it depends when they play the Australian Open next year, but it will be after holidays.
Or he goes. You can go in your half term.
Oh, I could, yeah, but I'm not going to spend all that money for a week and come back.
With a whole week of tennis.
Yeah, but let's be honest, Fizan, 4 days will be lost by travelling.
No, it shouldn't be. If you go on the Friday,
Oh, that's true.
you go Friday Eve, come back Sunday morning, then you can sleep the day. Sorted. Well, I might do that. 1 year maybe, if I'm lucky enough.
Oh no, I'm still working on hopefully playing in Australian Open as a player.
as a pro, yeah, exactly. Medvedev puts that wide, and he's 30-love down on his serve. There's a lot of pressure on him here now. A lot of pressure, and as Venu said, he's trying to emulate the greats like Djokovic, Federer, and Nadal. So he's watching intently to see what he can pick up. And Medvedev needs a big serve here. Down the tee, that's a fantastic one. Goes, oh no, he got lucky. Oh my god, what a backhand. Oh dear. So Medvedev got really lucky with the backhand coming in, hit backhand volley, clip the net cord, and then next thing you know, you're thinking this is going to go out. It doesn't. Gets a bit lucky, Medvedev, but Djokovic just puts away the backhand. What a backhand down the line, Venu, for the passing shot.
Yeah, ridiculous.
3 set points and 3 break points for Djokovic here. Huge serve again from Medvedev down the tee. Djokovic gets it back. Medvedev, he manages to put away the forehand cross court, and Djokovic can only net it. So 40-15 to Djokovic on Medvedev's serve. He's still got 2 set points and 2 break points. Guys, thank you very much for being on the chat. Please make sure you do like this video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and send us some questions. Venu's really, really hungry to answer some. Oh, what a serve! What a serve down the tee. Huge serve down the tee, and Medvedev is now trying to save another set point, but he saved 2 already. What do you think, Venu? We're going to see another big serve?
Yeah.
I reckon Djokovic is going to win this point. A huge serve, out wide. Medvedev nets it. Oh mate.
Oh, man.
And this could be a very interesting turn because it can go one of 2 ways here. And to be honest with you, I think we've seen enough from Medvedev to say that he's going to fight. But is the fight going to be enough? Because he's going to have to. I think he can't afford to make a mistake like he did in early on in that first set. What do you think, Venu? How do you see the second set going now? I mean, I was disappointed. I was hoping it was going to go to a tiebreak.
Yeah, I was disappointed, but Djokovic is ridiculous.
The returning, right? So some of the serves were so big, and he was getting them back.
His returning's been very good. Let's look at the first serve. Let's look at the first set stats.
Yeah, so if you look at the first serve percentage, because I was talking about big first serve, 74% to 64% in favor of Medvedev, but win on the first serve, and you made a really good point earlier, and it's still true, that Medvedev had a 74% win on first serve compared to 72%, but Djokovic on his second serve has 80% compared to 38%, so that's huge.
Yeah, and he's won 7 out of 7 net points as well. And he's won 35% of receiving points, so he's returning really well.
And if you look at the win, the win is the unforced errors. So before, Djokovic actually had slightly more unforced errors, but towards the end, you could see Medvedev was leaking a few, including like on a crucial point where he had to save that third set point, netting that forehand into the net, and the set ended with 12 winners apiece. But in terms of unforced errors, Medvedev had 2 more than Djokovic on 9 compared to Djokovic's 7. And actually, I remember them showing that Djokovic had 7 to Medvedev 6 about 3 games ago. So Djokovic hadn't made a single unforced error. And I think, the stats are all well and good. I think they definitely give you an idea of what's going on. But when you look at the match, it's actually when, like, for example, a win or unforced error has been hit in those crucial points makes the biggest difference, because Djokovic, even though it looks like, okay, he's only hit 2 less, that's not that many, but he hit them the way he made sure he didn't hit any on the huge points made the massive difference, I think, for me. And his returning as well in that crucial game, he knew he could smell blood and he was ruthless about it.
Yeah, in terms of Djokovic's return, yes, you're right, Bazan. Ruthless is the word I'll say. He's played 23 return points, whereas Medvedev could only manage 18. So it shows
getting those balls back, isn't it?
Yeah,
makes a huge difference. And Djokovic serving now here, and just netting the first point, actually the backhand into the net. 15 love down on his serve, and Medvedev's going to want to put a lot of pressure on Djokovic here straight away to make sure that that Djokovic doesn't get like supreme confidence, which I'm sure he already has, considering he's never lost a final here. But he won't want him to get into a mentality that, you can't do anything against me. And he wants to tell him, like, I'm still here.
This is quite interesting. Oh yeah, Kazan, that in the 8 years Djokovic has taken the title down in Australia, he's only dropped the opening set 4 times from 56 matches. So just showed he is very hard to beat in Australia, but he's very hard to beat, especially after winning the first set.
Yeah.
So yes, and he's rated first best in percentage of games won in second sets as well at 61.6%. Stefan Edberg 67.4% and Agassi 62.8%. So things are looking good for Djokovic stats wise, that's for sure.
Yeah, huge forehand down the line from Medvedev, and then again down the middle almost this time, which is quite funny. You don't normally see that. You normally see them try and target the cross court or kind of go cross court or down the line, but he didn't do either. He just realized that Djokovic was going to be moving, and he just hit it as hard as he could down the middle, and it worked, which is quite funny. It's almost like when you take a penalty on football and you just smash it down the middle and just hope for the best. That's kind of like what he did there. But it worked, and he's 15-30 up on, or 30-15 up even on Djokovic's serve. So he's got opportunity here to open up some break points early doors in this set, which would be ideal.
Yeah, definitely ideal for Medvedev, especially after that disappointment of the first set.
Exactly, yeah. He'll want to really put that to bed, and I think he'll try and... No, it wasn't. It was first serve. Oh, but he's gone long with the forehand, and that's been a bit troublesome, I think. Hopefully that's just an anomaly. But he's challenging. Is he challenging something, or what was he doing? He's challenging the second serve.
No, he's not.
Oh, he's not happy with the call. Okay, understood. There have been some late calls actually in this. I don't know whether it's because of the new system, because of no line judges, but there've been some late calls. Oh, that's a huge serve out wide, but he's called net. Djokovic isn't happy. But see, this is what I mean. You can't have it both ways though, because Medvedev just moaned about it. Now Djokovic is, but if it's hit the net, it's hit the net. But I think it's because it's late. The net calls, they're not super quick, like it normally would be. But Djokovic is he's really using that angled. Oh, he's gone again wide, but this time a bit more power rather than trying to go shorter and angled to that forehand side on the juice side. And that's out from Djokovic. He's gone wide with the backhand cross court. I can tell that bothered him. That serve that he hit that you thought was an ace, but it clipped the net, or brushed the net even. He wasn't happy with it. He'd hit it shorter out wide to the forehand. It would have been a clear ace, and he tried to go there again, but actually went bigger on that side. Didn't find that angle, and Medvedev now has a break point opportunity here. 7-5 and 40-30 to Medvedev here. What can can he get a break up and a little mini win for him? This would be for sure after losing the first set 7-5. Backhands to backhands and ensuing in the classic Medvedev Djokovic rally, and Djokovic nets.
Oh,
Wow. And Medvedev gets the early break, and I think that's what we wanted to see really as a neutral. Which to be honest, I am. I don't really mind who wins this, but yeah, that is huge.
that is
That is
huge.
huge. I'd like to see Medvedev win it just because I think it'd be nice to see one different win it, but I don't really mind. I'm not a huge fan of either in terms of like I'm a huge fan of their tennis ability, but I'm a Rafa fan, so I don't have allegiances or loyalty to either. So
Well, Djokovic got the early break in the first set, didn't he? And now it's Medvedev's turn. So let's see.
yeah, he did, and Djokovic there bending over into his racket bag, not very happy with himself. That's for sure.
But he still wants that up. So
yeah, I think Djokovic is thinking to himself, I really don't want to go to 4 or 5 sets here. He's had
that's a double fault, son.
You know what? And that wasn't just a double fault. That was a huge double fault. That was miles out. That was almost halfway between the service box and the baseline.
I won't be surprised if Djokovic breaks back here.
Yeah, I wouldn't either, to be fair.
Oh, that's a huge serve.
That's absolutely massive, though. Out wide to the backhand side, like that's just absolutely mahusive.
Mahusive? What's that? Is that the word in the English dictionary?
Oh, and it's clipped. The baseline there, Medvedev's loopy forehand there managed to get Djokovic's. Always gone for the drop shot again. Can Medvedev get there? Yes, he can. This time does, I think, slightly better. Let's see. Oh, has Djokovic managed to get that back? No way. Oh, my God. But well done, though. Medvedev smashes it. And I think Djokovic will be looking at that thinking that's probably how I need to smash. Medvedev with a very good smash. But Djokovic's unbelievable legs there to even get those balls. So Djokovic going with the drop shot again. And Medvedev this time getting there and doing... I think he did better with that drop shot, didn't he, Venu?
He did better there.
He actually made Djokovic work for it more.
He's trying to vary up the plays, isn't he?
Yeah. And also, Medvedev has been netting a few of those or putting them wide, etc. So, and I guess choosing the wrong option, but that time was the right option, I thought, going down the line. But then he nets a backhand and puts himself under pressure at 30-all. And look, that's a very deep return or shot there from Djokovic, but Medvedev just needs to move his feet there. Like, I don't understand that. Down the tee, really good. Oh, that's a fantastic return, though. And Medvedev can only scoop that long. That was Venu, what a return. Literally right on Medvedev's toes. There's nothing you can do about that. Literally.
Best return in the game.
And a break point to Djokovic here. Is that... Oh, I thought that was in, but it's just gone wide. And Djokovic has got a second serve to look at here, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens here. He goes cross-court with a backhand. He's going to try and put that away. Yep. Oh, that's long. And he's broken back. And Venu,
oh my God,
you were right. He's broken back straight away. And Medvedev hasn't won a service game now for his last 2 service games. So he's going to be... he's got to buck up the service games, doesn't he? Because he's got an issue there at the moment. He's struggling to hold.
Well, having a double fault at this level is inexcusable. And
yeah, I agree.
That kind of set the game off. First point. So
I think double faults happen. They do happen, but I agree with you that it's not something that should be happening often, is it? Like you should really be serving as a pro. You should really be having 2 maximum probably in a match. Or that's a better drop shot. Comes to the net. Unbelievable. Yeah, really, really good stuff. Djokovic is ramping up here, isn't he? And net points 1, Venu, you're saying 9 out of 9 points. Djokovic is one of the net.
Yeah.
And you don't normally associate someone like Djokovic as a net player, but it shows how well-rounded he is as a player.
That's something Medvedev. If Medvedev loses this, even if he wins this, I think his net play has to improve.
I agree.
To really, make sure he wins a Grand Slam. I'm sure he will in the future, but
the thing is, right, with someone who's got such a big serve like his, that should be something that should at least be a variation that he has to come to the net
Yeah.
after with a serve volley, because he's so big as well. He's got good reach. I feel like he's got decent touch and feel around the net, but he maybe doesn't utilize it enough. And I think that's a good variation to have. So rather than just always hitting at the baseline, which seems to be his forte, which is fine, but you've got to mix it up. As someone like even Djokovic, who's one of the best baseliners ever, he's come to net 9 times, which is, I think, triple the amount of times that Medvedev has. Oh, what a rally! What a rally on the run. This is just ridiculous. I can't even commentate on this. It's just too quick. And Djokovic ends up netting the backhand, almost doing the splits. This is unbelievable. And it's 15-30 on Djokovic's serve. So Medvedev is trying to pry open another break point here after getting broken. And we could see 3 consecutive breaks. Venu, we could see 4 consecutive breaks of serve. We've already seen 3.
Well,
Already
it's not
seen 3.
now, is it?
No, 15-30.
Okay. We'll see. Maybe he could get to that. But I think Djokovic. I think it's a big
Are you ahead of me?
No, I'm not. But just
Okay.
on.
Or Medvedev has just netted a forehand.
That's a bad unforced error.
That's a bad one. That was an easy forehand to hit. It dropped short, and he had a chance there to put that away.
I'm assuming that's his wife. She doesn't look happy.
Yeah, she doesn't have. But yeah, I think that's his partner. I don't know if it's his wife.
I think they are married.
Are they? Okay.
Yeah. The body language from Medvedev's camp isn't looking good at the moment. So.
Well, I think after Medvedev shouted at his coach and he left, I think they're just trying to be quiet. And you see, he hits that backhand long.
On the backhand.
Yep.
Medvedev has to cut those out to win this game. Do
you know what? It makes a difference on the big points, right? You got to be. Yeah, exactly. He's not playing as well as Djokovic, and that's the difference here. In most of the rallies, the points I reckon are probably pretty similar in terms of total points won. But as we know, Venu, it's a small margin that ends the crucial big points, and Djokovic is playing the big points better.
Yeah, 100% well said for that.
Amazing though that we've seen 3 consecutive breaks of serve. Djokovic though trying to serve out his service game to make sure that doesn't become 4 even. Sorry. Or second serve, Medvedev needs to do better. He needs to be aggressive, come forward, goes backhand cross court again twice. Oh, good stuff here from both. It's a cracking rally. We've seen quite a number of these Venu already, haven't we?
We have, yes.
That's long, yeah. And Djokovic holds, and unfortunately, it seems like Medvedev is now going to have to try and hold, which he hasn't done, as I said, for his last 2 service games. It's back on serve, and we finally got a hold of serve with Djokovic being the first to do it in this set at 2-1. What do you think, Venu? In terms of, you said that he needs to come to the net a bit more. So what would be your game plan if you're Medvedev and Djokovic has just won the first set as 2-1 in this service game? What are you thinking of doing? What do you target?
What, on whose service game? Medvedev's or Djokovic?
Yeah, so Medvedev is about to serve now. So maybe what serves do you utilize, and maybe what tactics would you try and implement?
I would say serve out wide, and then anything short comes in net. But that's quite a standard game play anyway. That he does do that. But maybe try some drop shots like Djokovic is trying. And he needs to cut out those unforced errors.
Yeah, he does.
I think he can battle with Djokovic in long rallies.
Yeah, he can.
Ball back in play.
Yeah, he can. I think you're totally right. It's the big points, and I personally think Medvedev should be trying to utilize some of the serves to the body, because Djokovic is such a good returner that if you give him any width, he'll reach and he'll return it back. But if you serve into the body, it's almost impossible at times to return it if you're serving in someone's body, unless they hit like what's it called, a scoop back. It's almost impossible if you really get it accurately. If it's accurately directed, even so. Let's see what Medvedev does here.
Yeah, it's a big game.
So he goes down the tee. This is a huge game for Medvedev. He needs to hold here to start putting his authority and stamping his authority in this set.
because you kind of feel the momentum shifting towards Djokovic's favour this match.
Yeah, I agree, 100%. Yeah, after that hold, I think it definitely is. After the first set it had, but then when Medvedev broke, you're thinking, oh, what's going on here? Another fantastic rally, and I thought that was out by Djokovic, but it's not. Carrying on, he clipped the line with that backhand cross court. Medvedev tries to go big with the forehand down the line, but he can only hit the top of the net cord. And 15-love to Djokovic on Medvedev's serve. And the last rally was 24 shots, and I think we've probably seen about 10 of those already, at least. Rallies that 20 plus. In fact, Venu, do you want to tell me how many rallies we've had that are long?
That are long, yes. I'll be with you in a second. So in the second set or in the whole match?
Whole match. And Medvedev goes down the tee, misses that serve.
So in this whole match,
yep.
This whole match we've had.
Goes long with the backhand return, 15-all. Yep.
So a long rally is classified as a rally that is 9 shots or above.
Yep.
And Djokovic has won 12 points, whereas Medvedev has won 9.
Okay, so you've had 21 of those rallies. Well,
correct.
Well, so Medvedev goes out wide. Djokovic, good return, and there's too many unforced errors here. I'm just going to say it. I'm going to say how it is. Too many unforced errors.
Even on his backhand, do you remember me saying near the start of this stream, at the start of the match, that in this whole tournament, Medvedev's only hit 44 backhand unforced errors.
Yeah.
And his opponent's hit 60. But his backhand unforced errors have crept up, haven't they, this match?
Yeah, they have. And I understand. The thing is, right, someone's shouting in the crowd. And he's not happy with it.
Wait, what are they going to do? Replay the point?
Oh. Did he just stop playing there, Djokovic? I think he did, didn't he?
What are they doing? I don't know. I don't know what they've done there. I think, was it Medvedev's point? Or are they replaying the point?
I think they're replaying it.
Oh,
with first serve. Djokovic basically just stopped playing. It was like...
Yeah, it's entitled to.
Yeah. Oh, that's a huge... That's almost like a first serve. That's literally like Djokovic's first serve. Yeah, that was second serve. That's as big. That's as big as Djokovic's first serve, because his average is 189, and he's gone down the tee there, and that's just absolutely huge. And Medvedev seems like he's got his back up. I think that might help him, Medvedev.
Yeah,
I think. No, I think it's
go for serves, wasn't he?
No, I think it's pissed him off a little bit, the crowd. And Djokovic stopping, but maybe I'm wrong, because he just hit it forehand long, and that's another unforced error.
You tell him, Djokovic. You tell him. Yeah.
He loves turning the crowd off.
Yeah, I'll do the same.
That's why he gets booed a lot, though, because people are just like, "Oh, big serve from Medvedev."
He's got what? How many Grand Slams? He's got
17.
Exactly. And I'm got 0. So there you go.
Oh, Medvedev, man. Ooh. That's a huge unforced error. He tried to go big on the backhand side, and that backhand has gone miles wide. And Djokovic is in control of this massively.
Yeah. It's going to be over in 3 sets. This is how it's looking. I've said it. Like in the second set already, Medvedev has hit 7 unforced errors.
It doesn't look like Djokovic is speaking in English there. It looks like he's speaking in maybe he knows Russian, because I think it's probably some of the Russian fans. So he's speaking in Russian to them, saying to them to shut up. 3-1 in new balls. I mean, Medvedev, I thought this was going to be very close, but in this set now, I mean, I don't know. It's a best of 5, so you never know, right? Like, by the moment, Djokovic looks like firmly in control. At the start of the second set, I mean, when Medvedev broke, and is that huge? That is huge.
Huge what?
Forehand from Medvedev.
Oh yeah,
return.
Huge. That was huge. Yeah.
Are you watching the same match as me? You're like, what?
Besides, because people want that.
What?
That was huge. That was huge.
Okay.
Huge forehand winner. from Medvedev.
A return winner off Djokovic's serve. So it's 15-all, but then this is what I mean. His game is littered with winners and unforced errors. The next point, unforced error, just hits the backhand long. It's frustrating. It's frustrating watching it. Because Medvedev is one of those players that's got brilliance. And he normally doesn't have these types of unforced errors, but it's a mixed bag here. He needs to really tighten up. Do you think, Venu, that the reason why we're seeing more unforced errors is just because the pressure from Djokovic as well? I mean, I don't think you would play as many long rallies as maybe you'd play against someone like Djokovic and mixing up, etc. Do you think it's ruining Medvedev's rhythm a little bit?
Yeah, I think so, because he's one of those players, Djokovic. When you play against him, he's extremely hard to beat. He doesn't give much away, and it puts more pressure on your shots.
Yeah.
And
that probably ends up leading to more errors, doesn't it?
Exactly.
He tried to go big, but he's missed that forehand.
He got away with that.
Medvedev really should have done better there.
As I was saying earlier, in terms of the second set, Djokovic is the third rated best of all time in percentage of games won in second sets at 61.6%, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah, it's very impressive. That's a huge first serve down the tee from Djokovic, out of the playbook of actually you'd say someone like Medvedev, and he's 4-1 up and firmly in control of this match. I mean, look,
it's going to be two sets up, isn't it?
Not to say that Medvedev can't get back into this, because we've seen lots of Grand Slams where, I mean, for example, Nadal was 2-0 up in the US Open final against Medvedev, and then Medvedev won the next two and then went to a fifth. So not to say that Medvedev can't do it, but I think, he needs to definitely up his game. He can't play the way he's doing now and win a set, I think. As Venu said, he needs to tighten up. I can understand why the unforced errors are coming, because Djokovic, as you said, Venu, puts them under constant pressure, and I think also he makes you second guess what you should be doing, and maybe that hesitancy we're seeing in Medvedev's game a little bit. He's not quite sure. He's played a couple of maybe shots that he thought they should be winners and they're not, and then next thing you know, he's getting completely done. So I think that's not helping as well. But yeah, overall, the one thing I'd say though is that Medvedev has played Djokovic 7 times before, so he should really know. He's beaten him in straight sets in the ATP Tour Finals, which is their recent match. It's a different court. I know it's indoors, but still. And Medvedev is actually known for ruining a person's rhythm because the way he plays is so awkward. But I feel like he hasn't utilized some of his awkward tendencies enough against Djokovic here, potentially. And it seems like actually, rather than him disturbing Djokovic's rhythm, it looks like Djokovic is disturbing his.
Looks like Kazan is going to might be over in 3 sets, and I think Novak Djokovic last one's Australian Open in 3 sets against Nadal in 2019. However, 2020 was an epic, wasn't it, against Team? I mean, that went to 5 sets, and Djokovic was 2-1 down, and he came back to win.
Yeah, he was.
So maybe hopefully Medvedev needs to win this set. I don't think Djokovic has ever come back from 2 love down in a Grand Slam, especially Australian Open. Has he come from 2 sets love? I don't think he has. So it's going to be hard.
So Djokovic just netting that backhand, 40 love up. Yeah, as you said, Venu, I think it's going to be hard. But look, nothing's impossible. Records are there to be broken. So let's see what happens. I thought that was going to be a fantastic. No, it's not. I thought it was going to be a fantastic forehand return winner from Djokovic on the ad side, but he puts it wide, and it's 4-2.
Quite an easy hold, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's a very easy hold.
No, I think not 54 seconds that game.
Yeah,
and that's probably the time it takes for Rafa Nadal to serve. 54 seconds.
Oh, shut up, Venu. The shot clock's there for a reason. Let him sort out his wedgie. But yeah, so Djokovic is serving here 4-2, and fantastic serve down the tee. Good return there from Medvedev, and ensuing into the classic rally that we've been accustomed to in the last set or so.
Isn't he? He's changing the pace, Djokovic, isn't he?
Exactly. which is what you need. Which is what I was saying is Medvedev normally does. What a get though from Medvedev there goes. He needs to, so that's better. So Medvedev, and you're completely right. Djokovic is slicing. He's changing pace, right? And that's what Medvedev should be doing as well. That's actually the biggest part of his game is having that awkwardness to do that, and also the angles that he utilizes. But he hasn't quite been doing that, and it might be because Djokovic is not giving him those angles as well. Djokovic though trying to slice there and mix up the pace as we were saying, but slicing into the net. And Medvedev is 15 love up on Djokovic's serve, looking to. Look, he's only a breakdown, so you never know. We said this in the first set, and he broke back.
That's huge.
What a get! What a get!
How has he got that back?
Oh, this is ridiculous. Can he put it away? Put it away. No. Oh, he's just. You know what? He panicked after the first. What a rally! First of all, what a rally! Unbelievable. What a get from Medvedev. Then fantastic net play from Djokovic. But Medvedev, he panicked. Look at that drop volley from Djokovic. Great, really good half volley. Then Medvedev on that second backhand, he panicked, and he should have. He tried to hit it as hard as he could at Djokovic, basically, which is not the right thing to do. He's got to do better there.
The thing is, Medvedev, when he has a chance of winning a point, he hasn't really taken it, has he?
No, he really hasn't.
That's been a difference of these two players, and it shows the experience. And he follows that up to add salt to the wound. I think he just served a massive serve to make it 50-50. Medvedev thinking, I should be 30 love up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Medvedev, I think he's saying, he's probably thinking to himself, what do I need to do to win a point here? To win a serve, to break back even.
He's such a fighter, Djokovic.
Djokovic has gone down the tee with a huge serve, as Venu said. Another huge serve from Djokovic. And I think that's something, Venu, that's definitely improved in his game, isn't it? I think, especially in this Australian Open, he served very big. And I think the courts are helping, they're aiding him being quicker. But he's been very accurate, I think, with his serving. In his first, he served more aces than I've ever seen before, Djokovic as well. So I think that's a credit to just his accurate serving in this tournament so far.
Yeah, Djokovic has hit 100 aces this Australian Open.
Wow, which I don't think you can say about any other tournament probably ever.
And in second place is Zverev on 86, and Medvedev is in fourth place.
Wow,
74 aces. Raonic is on third place, 82.
Wow, I don't think you'd see Djokovic hit over 100 aces in a Grand Slam, so it shows how impressively he's been serving. But talking of that, he's 40-15 up, but just netted a forehand. So now it's 40-30. Really good forehand cross-court from Medvedev there, really making Djokovic stretch and work for that.
Yeah, I think it's 100 aces from 6 matches, so they haven't included this match. However, I think this match he's hit a total of 3 aces, so he's on 103 aces. So he's averaging, including this match, around about 15 aces a match, which is impressive.
Yeah, it's very impressive. Djokovic 40-30 up here, 4-2 up. Let's see what you can do here. Goes big to the forehand side. Good return from Medvedev. Good down the line. That should be long. Or wide even. Sorry. Yep, it is wide. And it's juice. And here we go. Let's see how we can do here. Let's see what Medvedev can do here even at juice. And
I was quite disappointed it didn't go to the tiebreak in the first set because I got quite nice
same. I think it would have been a good, definitely a very good. It would have been good to see what happens, how tight it would have been between the two as well, and I just think it would have been a challenge rather than obviously the way it happened. Djokovic with Venu, he's going huge down the tee the last like 6-7 serves, hasn't he? He's just gone huge down the tee.
Doesn't count as ace, does it? What does it count?
No, it's unreturnable. So if someone gets a racket on it, it's unreturnable. Aces if it's clean, so it doesn't hit a racket, and it's just an outright winner. Djokovic here on ad goes down the tee, and Medvedev goes long, and Djokovic is 5-2 up, and he had a chance at Medvedev, but
he's broken his racket. Now, please.
Don't make the ball go clean out. Venu's going to get triggered.
Look, Medvedev. Why would you show that to Djokovic? Like if I was Medvedev, I would not do that because I don't know. Maybe he's playing mind games of his own. But
I just think he's annoyed, to be honest with you, with the whole situation. But yeah, at least he didn't do what Djokovic and smash it 5 times. Then there's shards of flipping his racket everywhere. And then the ball guy has to clean it up. He just hit it once and that's it. So no clean up for the ball guy or ball boy to do, Venu. So no need to be triggered this time. I'm really hoping that Medvedev can do better here. I was expecting a lot of people were picking him. A lot of people really. I wouldn't say 50-50, but I'd say it was maybe 60-40 in favor of Djokovic, which is pretty tight considering his record here, how good he is. Obviously, the amount of slams he's won, etc. Medvedev has never won a Grand Slam, only been in one, final, and that was at the US Open, which is a similar. Obviously, it's hard court, but it's still a different Grand Slam and slightly different surface. We'll see. Let's see here, showing the replay. Oh yeah, here we go. Bang! Just smashed it. Not happy with it. He's like, you're the reason why I'm losing. Vinny, do you remember when I bought you that racket for your birthday and you smashed it up? Oh my god! Do you remember that?
no comment.
Fantastic. No comment. You definitely did. It was remember when we used to play in the old courts.
I don't remember it.
I bought you a few. It was when we were probably. It must be then. How long have we been at our local club? Must be like 4 years now. Oh, great drop shot, but Djokovic gets that, and a good attempt at a lob. Oh, fantastic stuff from Medvedev though. Puts away that forehand.
He needs to do. That's what he needs to do.
Yeah, he does. I think. Yeah, so it must have been about 5 years ago because we're 26. So maybe when we were probably at uni. In the summers. Yeah, and I bought you a racket, and we probably had only played with it for like, I don't know, a month. New racket, and then basically because the surface we were playing on wasn't clay, it was like concrete, and you were like you got annoyed at a point, and you basically threw your racket and you smashed it, but which is fine. Normally, what happens is just rebounds.
And I just say I didn't get a ball girl to clean it up, so.
You didn't get a ball to clean up, no.
I cleaned it up myself. So.
But you didn't. You threw it in the bin because it was broken. So you smashed it, and the frame went, and I was like, "What the hell?" And I paid like whatever X amount for it. And I was like, "Venu," "Oh, that's a really good racket. You just smashed it up." But that's fine. You learned your lesson. I haven't seen you ever smash a racket since then.
No, so. I hardly get angry on court.
Well, I think you do, but you don't do it like that, which is good. It's good. It's sometimes good to break yourself, but you shouldn't get angry like smashing a racket. Especially as we're not professional tennis players and we don't have 7 tennis rackets per.
Medvedev, come on.
Per match even. And okay, good serve. Ooh. So yeah, he needs to save 2 set points here. He saved 1. Can he save the second? 5-2 down, 40-30 down on his serve, and that serve is wide. And Djokovic has a second serve to look at. Yeah.
Sorry, I can't tell with my eyes.
That's right. Oh, and Djokovic is wow.
Oh, he's got it.
He breaks and wins the second set.
He's running away with this. He's absolutely running away with this, and it looks like it's going to be a 9th Australian Open title for Novak Djokovic.
This is not what I wanted. I don't want a straight set final in the
Medvedev, sort yourself out,
and then also the men's semis. Yeah, he does sort himself out. Like,
timeout. Have a timeout.
Give me some flipping competitive tennis, man. This is just BS.
This is disappointing.
The first set was until Djokovic broke, and then since then I've never had that little break, and since then it's just been nothing, absolutely nothing. It's all Djokovic, which is great for a Djokovic fan, like fantastic. But as a neutral, you just want to see some let's see a 4-set, 5-setter. Come on, something.
I just think Medvedev needs to do what Tsitsipas did to Nadal the other day. Just completely switch the game.
To be honest, if Djokovic wins this in straight sets, there's an argument to be said that at the Australian Open, like it's pretty boring because Djokovic always wins. As in, not when I say boring, I mean like like how people were saying before. If you're going to say like, oh, it's boring because Serena's winning all the time, or it's boring because like whoever's winning, like people were even saying yesterday, like, oh, Osaka won, and it was boring because we all knew she was going to win, which I don't think everyone did. I picked her, but she was one of the favourites. But there were quite a few,
Very
to be
good,
fair.
actually.
Yeah, there were quite a few, and then considering that Djokovic has won 8 Australian Opens, now potentially could be 9. Then surely you have to say, oh, it's boring, especially if he wins in straight sets in the final, right? So
Yeah, good point as well.
I'm not saying it is boring. I'm just saying that like people have got to be consistent with it.
I agree, and I think but Serena got a lot of. Well, I won't say criticism. People were saying, "Oh, it's getting boring, and she won all the time," but not really said how brilliant she was at her craft. But also, you need to mention: do we say the French Open's boring because Rafa wins all the time?
Yeah, I agree. Exactly. Yeah. No, I 100% agree, and I think when you look at it as well, like really, it was 4 guys, but now it's 3 guys who are kind of dominating. But is it really 3 guys? Probably not. Federer hasn't won a Grand Slam for quite some time, for 3-4 years, I think now. So really, you had 4 guys, then it became 2 guys with Djokovic and Nadal, and yeah, I can tell you. So I'll tell you when he last won it. It was in 2017, I think. I think it was Wimbledon in 2017, or the Australian Open. Federer
won the.
So he last won one in
2018.
So 3 years ago, yeah, at the Aussie Open. He actually won the Aussie Open 2 years running, 2017, 2018. And he also won. So 2017 was a fantastic year because he won Wimbledon and the Aussie Open. But since 2018, he hasn't won a single Grand Slam. So
he got to the final of Wimbledon in 2019.
Yeah, where he had that epic against Djokovic, remember, which was on the same day as the Cricket World Cup final. It was on at the same time.
When you at a wedding? Didn't he have
your uncle's wedding? Yeah, so I was watching the World Cup and keeping up to date with tennis, and I would have been normally at home watching both, but unfortunately, I was just, it was a nightmare. Anyway, let's not get on to that, upset me. But anyway, fantastic stuff there from Medvedev and Djokovic, though, just too strong.
That view shows how well they move, don't they?
Yeah, it does. I mean, look how quick they are across the court. Like, unbelievable.
This is why I was quite disappointed. We got tickets to the final in London. I'm disappointed for 2 reasons. One, we couldn't watch pro tennis and see it live, like in front of you. Because I think when we see cricket live, in the crowd, you
can tell, you have an appreciation of how good they are. Same with football, right?
Yeah, Same with football. Just like how they move, how quick they move. Whereas in tennis, I haven't been fortunate enough to watch a live game as of yet. It would have been nice to see them play at pro level.
I agree. Yeah. So unfortunately, I haven't seen a live tennis game as of yet, but I've seen Federer training the year after he first won Wimbledon. And even though I was a kid, I remember like how good he was. But yeah, it would have been fantastic. I think we would have actually seen double fault from Djokovic. Wow, out of nowhere, and a 42 break points to Medvedev. Okay, Medvedev has to utilize this now because he's got to take these break points. He's got to take them.
Medvedev hasn't won 2 out of 2 break points.
He has, I think. He has, yeah. But the problem is that Djokovic keeps on breaking him. So
I see. Yeah, that makes sense.
You can break someone as many times as you want, but if they break you twice as many times, then makes a difference.
A carbon copy of what happened in the second set.
Yeah, potentially it could be. Yeah, except the other way around, right? So Medvedev needs to go big here now with the return game. That's so poor. That is so poor.
Medvedev, don't get angry. Come on, you still got a break point.
That's so poor though.
That is, yeah.
It's such a bad unforced error. Like I don't understand what he's doing there. It's almost like he's trying to overcompensate by putting more loop on the wall. He doesn't need to. Like, that's not the way he plays. So then just play how you're going to do, low over the net. But I feel like he's not backing himself. Like he's hesitant to play that way because he's worried he's going to get unforced errors, but then he's hitting them anyway. Oh man, Djokovic out with a big serve, a big unreturnable serve, and back to juice.
Yeah. This whole match, 18 unforced errors, 18 for Medvedev, 14 for Djokovic.
Yeah. Djokovic here now, really, really trying to put the knife in because after saving 2 break points, if he wins it here, Medvedev will be definitely shouting himself or potentially breaking another racket. And that's gone wide. And he was tempted to break it there, but he didn't. He just swiped the ground.
He's lost it. Medvedev's lost the plot. he's completely lost it.
Yeah, I might have. I think he's played so well, right, for this tournament, and then this match when it's come down to the nitty gritty, he just can't get over that hurdle. I know Djokovic is one of the best ever, probably the best ever to ever play at the Australian Open, but this viewing is not. I don't think it's that's so poor. That's so poor. It's a backhand long, and Djokovic has held. And I don't think this is a fair, like, what's the word? A fair viewing of how good Medvedev is. It's definitely not. Like, he needs to be doing better here. He's not showing his true ability. And as Venu said, we want to see a competitive match here, and he's not giving that to us. That's for sure.
He's getting bossed. That's what I'm saying. He's getting bossed.
Look, this could be over so soon that I could switch over to the PSL and stream that. that's how quickly this could be over, which is poor. Like, come on, let's see some action.
I think everyone wants a good hard-fought tennis match, but Djokovic is still not going to complain, is he?
Yeah, exactly. That's what you want to see, a hard-fought tennis match. All fantastic. That's good stuff, though. For Novak, come on, Medvedev. Oh, he just. How many shots is he going to miss now?
Stop complaining. Sort it out.
Oh dear! Oh dear! Oh dear! Oh dear! Medvedev is having a mare.
Yeah, yes, he is. But he's doing this point. Oh yeah, good serve.
Yep, good serve. He needs to calm himself down, doesn't he? I think.
Yeah, I think he just needs to. It shows how Djokovic. He's just so hard to beat. He's such a fighter, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. He is quality player, man. I mean,
a double fault. Inexcusable. Sorry. Inexcusable.
It's like inexcusable. Inexcusable. Yeah, I agree with you. It is inexcusable, to be fair. What happened there?
Oh no, he broke the.
He smashed the camera. He saw the camera and broke the camera. Can't say what word.
No.
Just spell it out.
Also, where are the questions? I want some questions. It's just no questions, which is disappointing. My viewers were gone.
I know. What can I say? Sorry. I can only apologise. I think I'm looking at other people's, and they've definitely got less people on their streams than usual. So I don't know whether it's because I thought we'd have more today because the men's final.
I thought your viewers are of a higher caliber for some.
Higher caliber? What do you mean? Oh, good. Oh, Medvedev. He's 40-30 up, and then Djokovic with a fantastic backhand cross court. Medvedev again, another error, which I think you can probably call that a forced one, but he can still do better there for sure. Yeah, he's got to do better there, I think. Let's see how Medvedev can do here. Tries to go big down the tee.
What's he doing?
What the hell was that? That was a second serve. He's completely lost the plot.
He's gone.
Man.
He's lost it. He needs to take a timeout. Take a timeout.
He needs to take a bathroom break.
He needs a bathroom break. Look, Djokovic would do exactly the same if he was in Medvedev's position.
No, so you know when Nadal loses a set, he takes a bathroom break. You know that. Oh, mate, this is so poor. He just got broken now again. Medvedev, 2-love down. And I tell you what, if he even wins the set, I'm not going to say I'm going to change my name, but I'll buy Venu a pizza if Medvedev wins this match.
Yeah, go on, mate. I'll take that.
If Djokovic wins, you'll buy me one, yeah?
I didn't say that. You just said I'm not offering that. You just made your deal and I accepted.
Oh, can't be a good sport. Djokovic flipping now. He's just he's too good at the Australian Open, I think, is what I'm learning here. And I'm also learning that Medvedev. Medvedev just doesn't seem to have the bottle in the final.
The thing is, Djokovic is that type of player. He sent his blood.
Did you just see that forehand? That forehand, he literally hit it sideways on his own side of the court.
No, why? Not looking. You can tell by the body language. At least come on, at least give your husband or partner some sort of encouragement.
But but Venu, but some players don't like it. So Medvedev, clearly he doesn't like it. I don't think he likes when people do that. So that's why they're keeping quiet. They obviously know how he is, and that's not the way to do it.
This is absolute carnage. Djokovic is absolutely playing him now. He's bossing him.
This is just easy. It's just easy for Djokovic.
It seems like Medvedev, like he's been stunned. Like someone's put a stun grenade, and he's kind of like
flashbang.
Flashbang. He has no idea what to do.
He looks shocked. He doesn't look like he knows where he is, to be honest with you. But this is not a fair showing of how good he is. So that's why I'm disappointed because this there's unforced error there from Djokovic.
Yeah.
But so he's 30-15 up and 2-love up on his service game. But yeah, it's not a fair showing of how good he is quality wise. So I just think it's poor, man. Like it's not good to see. You want to see a player playing at his best, and I don't think this is. I think part, contributing factor is Djokovic ruining his rhythm, but a part of it is also the unforced errors have just been they're inexcusable, and Venu saying like double faults again, like on big points, and again, like what is that backhand? The thing is, Venu, right, is that I don't mind if people are just missing, but he's missing by miles at the moment. Like the unforced errors are big unforced errors. Like when you play, like we play, if you just hit one out, but you've hit it well, you're like, okay, that's okay, just adjust a little bit. He needs to adjust a lot at the moment. And Djokovic's team shaking their head because, this just looks like one-way traffic at the moment. And the Djokovic train is going on and on and on. It doesn't seem like it's going to stop.
Yeah, well, he's one of those players. I think the great players, when they sense blood, they go for it, don't they? And I think Djokovic has sensed that, and Medvedev's on the back foot.
Yeah, he's ruthless, isn't he? I think he's ruthless.
Doesn't he?
Absolutely ruthless here from Djokovic, and I think just ridiculous. Like, I think he needs to be doing better as well, though, of course. But
3-love up, third set. Looks like the ninth. Look, if I was a tournament director, I'll etch Djokovic's name on that trophy now. And if I was Medvedev's team, I'll throw the towel in.
Oh,
save the embarrassment. Do what?
Did you just say you throw the towel in?
Yeah, he's getting absolutely bossed. They throw the towel in.
You can't. No, come on.
He's getting bossed. And what did the Wilder team did to against Fury? They threw the towel in, and I think they need to do the same here.
No, it's not boxing though. He's not dying.
They need to save the embarrassment.
Nah, that's fine. He needs to battle through this, man. Like he needs to get over this because this is just poor. It's really poor. The first set he gave a really good account of himself. I was thinking, okay, look, he just got broken. It's okay. Doesn't matter. Do you know what I mean? Like it happens. But next thing you know, it's just getting absolutely battered. Like this is just carnage.
Yeah, it's getting slaughtered like a lamb.
Like a lamb to slaughter. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
What's the word? There's such a word for the who kills
the
lamb?
butcher. The butcher.
Not the butcher. There's a special word for
the shearer.
No, that's someone who shears the wool.
Yeah, I don't know.
I forgot
the sheep murderer. But anyway, so three love to Djokovic. Medvedev. Any vegans watching this, I apologize. Medvedev is serving here. 3-love down here. And you know what? There's a reason you can tell that the match is so dominant because me and Venu are not even bothering to look at stats because there's no point because it's so like Djokovic is so dominant. There's no point even looking at them at the moment. Like it does. Like, what's the point? Like, do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? It's not like it's not tight enough to even look at.
There's one stat that really stands out for me.
Cool.
Is well, actually, no, not really.
Good backhand from Medvedev. Don't worry, don't just say for the sake of it. Oh, fantastic!
Oh, what's that? Medvedev.
Oh my God, a winner!
That's
a winner from Medvedev out of nowhere. Fantastic forehand, and maybe that's what maybe he needs a couple of those just to really get him back. But it's it's an uphill struggle from here, really, isn't it? It's like trying to ride your bike down up a mountain. Like that's kind of what I'm imagining Medvedev is going through at the moment.
But you just remember he needs to get up to the top. Then once he gets to the top, it's downhill, and it's easier. That's what he needs to remind himself.
Yeah, but you know what? Actually, no. Let me rephrase that. See, that's another unforced error.
Oh no!
He's gone long with the forehand, and he's 30-15 up on his serve. So it's
This
not.
is what annoys me. He
It's not a
hits a
nightmare,
good winner, and then he hits unforced error the next point, and you just think.
But that's what I'm saying. And this Australian Open, he's hit probably 75, 80% of those winners and about 20% of those unforced errors. But it seems about 50-50 at the moment, which is pretty poor. And you don't normally see it from him. He's normally very solid.
He's very. Oh, that's a nice drop. Djokovic
oh, what the hell? What a shot! He got lucky though with the shot, but yeah.
Djokovic, why are you applauding him?
Benny, why do you think he's applauding him? Because he knows he's about to batter him, so it doesn't matter. It's like he's pitting him. He's like, yeah, good point. I'm about to destroy you.
More than two now. What a spin on that.
Benny, he didn't mean to. That's why he put his hand up. He apologized. He just managed to get something on it, and he's shanked it a little bit. He mishit it. Oh, there you go. Oh, he's on the scoreboard. He's on the scoreboard. First game. Who knows, man? Who knows? He is only a breakdown, but I just think it's obviously with being 2 sets down and a breakdown, it's bloody tough. You know what it reminds me of, actually, Venu? It's more like he's going up a mountain cycling, but he's on fire. That's how hard it is. I feel like.
Yeah, being on fire and cycling, I think it's quite tough, isn't it?
And the fire is only going to go out once he gets to the top.
No, I think he's cycling up a hill, and he's got
not up a hill, a mountain, not a hill.
Mountain, okay.
Yeah, wow. That's how hard I think this is an uphill battle. Not even uphill, a mountain battle. I think
cycling uphill is tough.
But not for these guys, man. These guys are athletes. Up a mountain, man. It's got to make it difficult. Look at this. This is a mammoth task. He's 2 sets down, a breakdown against probably the best player ever at the Australian Open. Unbelievable. Let's see what he can do. This is what we're going to see what Medvedev's really made of, right? Because he's got the ability to do it. He just needs to piece it together. He's got an ability to at least win 1 set here, even if he's a breakdown. I personally, I believe that there's no way that you don't beat someone and have a 4-3 record, which is not terrible against someone like Djokovic. If you can't win a match against him, clearly he can. He's done it historically. If you look at second serve points won, Venu, I think that's a very big stat. 12 out of 21 for Djokovic, 6 out of 21 for Medvedev. So he's won less. He's won half the amount of points on a second serve as Djokovic, which is a damning stat, really, I'd say. 30 love up, though, and 3-1 up. Djokovic here. And looking to hold and really put himself in a commanding position. I think from a 4-1, normally when you're 4-1 up, you don't really see people come back from there. So let's see. Really good backhand there from Medvedev. Fantastic backhand cross court as well. And Djokovic can only stretch 30-15, and a little chance here to see Medvedev, I guess, put on a bit more of a show here. So let's see how he does.
So in this whole tournament, before this match, Djokovic has won 127 second serve return points.
Wow. And I was saying that Djokovic's serve, you said, like he's served over 100 aces, which is more than anyone else in this tournament. The next being 84, I think, wasn't it, Zverev? And it just shows that Djokovic, you don't normally associate serving and serving well and serving aces and serving big as something that you associate with Djokovic. But in this tournament, he's really served exemplary, like phenomenally, really. And it's not really like he's serving with more pace. It's just the accuracy has been incredible. The variation, the slice, kick serves, he's really been on it. And I think his choice of serves as well has been fantastic. So I think that's definitely made a difference. And he's 40-15 up here on his service game. And if you think about how good he is from the back of the court, if you get those extra 3 points, then it's almost impossible to beat him.
Exactly. And he's also, and I just said he's winning a lot of points in his second serve, and he's
exactly.
And actually on the opponent's second serve, he's winning a lot of points. So He's serving well, as you said, and he's returning well, especially on the second serve.
And that basically means that you can't beat someone like that.
Exactly.
When they're playing like that. So, or what you do is you have to elevate your game to that level, and Medvedev hasn't, unfortunately. So that's kind of the tail of the tape. Medvedev goes big with the backhand online, his trademark shot, I would say, and goes big again with the forehand, and he's really trying to break down the Djokovic wall here. And unfortunately, he tries to go for a big forehand. Again, that loopy one, I don't understand that. He doesn't really hit that, so I don't know why he's on trying that. But anyway, 4-1 down, and he needs to serve here really to save face, I would say, because if he gets broken here, then he could lose this set 6-1.
So this third set is on.
Yeah.
Medvedev has hit 10 unforced errors and 2 for Djokovic. So 8. There's a difference of 8 in unforced errors. That's
ridiculous.
That's like 2 games worth of points. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's just unbelievable, really, to be honest with you.
The whole match, it's 27 for Medvedev unforced errors compared to 14 for Djokovic.
Yeah. Look at Djokovic is just drinking his water, and he's probably in his head. He's like, "What should my thank you speech be?" So if he wins this, Djokovic, he will be on 18 Grand Slams, Nadal on 20, and Federer on 20. So Djokovic last year, he got to the final with the French, and he lost to Nadal pretty embarrassingly. One of the sets was 6-love, I think. He lost in straight sets, and he tried to utilize a drop shot, which we've sort of seen today because Nadal returned so far back. So he tried to utilize a drop shot. It didn't work. Nadal completely obliterated him on the clay. But if he beats Nadal at Roland Garros for his 19th Grand Slam, he could easily overtake both of them this year. I think.
Yeah.
But I mean, beating Nadal on clay is like the hardest task. I'd say, this is second hardest. Beating Djokovic or the Australian, I'd say, for sure. But yeah, I mean, he's in good stead after winning this because I think he'll definitely get beyond 19 by the end of the year because I think he'll win one of the French, Wimbledon, and the US. Probably more chance at Wimbledon and the US than the French, but he could easily win even 2 of those. So yeah, it should be interesting.
He could win all 4 Grand Slams.
It's tough. That's tough to do there, Venu.
Has anyone done that? Djokovic did get close in 2015 when he got to the final of the French when he won the other 3. But
yeah, Nadal beat him in the French. So
has anyone? I don't think Roger hasn't done that as well. So.
No one's done it. No one's won all 4. I don't think in a calendar year. People have won like 4 in a row, but not 4 in a row in the calendar year. If that makes sense.
I think a female player must have done it. I'm not sure who.
Yeah, maybe, but not. But in the men's, they haven't because Djokovic won. I think he won. He won Wimbledon.
Yeah.
Djokovic won Wimbledon, US, then Australian and French because I think Nadal was beaten early on or something, or injured. So he won those 4, but it wasn't in the calendar year. If that makes sense, it was like 2 and then 2, or 3 and 1. So, yeah, but it was 4 in a row. I think it was, which is he was on a ridiculous streak. I think it was, I forgot when. I think it was 2017 or something. It was on. No, 2012 actually, 2013. Yeah, what's ridiculous?
I was looking at the stats here. So I think prior to the tournament, you're saying Australian Open is basically Djokovic's title, really, because he's about to win his 9th. And his win percentage prior to this tournament is 90%. So he's won 75, lost 8 matches. That's 90%. I thought that was good, but when you look at Rafa Nadal's French record,
it's 98% or something, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 100 wins and 2 losses. 98% win. That's ridiculous. So
that's what I said to you. At the French, it's like the hardest thing to beat Nadal at the French Open, especially in the final, because someone might get lucky early doors. You might pick up an injury or something, but in the final, no. Medvedev just held, Venu. He was 4-1 up. Yeah. So a pretty easy hold for Medvedev. And sorry, guys, for not commentating more. But to be honest with you, this game is dwindling a little bit, and we need to see some big stuff from Medvedev here. Some gritty stuff from him, really, to return. To break here. He needs a break. He really does.
Roll out the punches. He needs to go up.
Yeah, flurry of punches here. He's just got to give it everything, right?
Yeah.
And he looks like he is, to be fair.
Oh, what a shot from Djokovic!
Unbelievable volley at the net there.
That was the shot of the day, I think. Made it look easy. Look at that.
Yep.
Great serve out wide, and he comes in and he volleys it. Perfect. What a volley from Novak.
Unbelievable.
He's just showing off now.
Yep.
Because he can.
Yep.
Looks like number 9. It's going to be number 9 for Novak.
Yep. Number 9. Unbelievable, right?
Unbelievable, yeah.
Never lost a semi or a final. And it looks like, as you said, Venu. Well, Medvedev's just okay, fair enough.
15 all.
He's picked up a point, but yeah, he's going to need to do this for the next hour or so, Medvedev, if he wants to have a chance here. So let's see how he does.
Put it into perspective, Roger has won Wimbledon 8 times.
Mm-hmm.
So Novak could overtake him in terms of Australian Open 9 times.
Yeah. All fantastic down the line there from Medvedev and then cross court. Really fantastic stuff here. Good rally ensuing. And Djokovic tries to dictate with the forehand, which is something that he's improved on a lot, I would say, recently. But a fantastic into-out forehand from Medvedev, and he's trying to rile up the crowd at 30-15. But it seems like it could be.
It's a bit too late, isn't it?
Yeah, too little, too late potentially. And his wife has taken her hair out. She's chilling, and she's not cheering, which I think is probably because as I said, I don't think they've obviously got some type of understanding maybe that he doesn't like that, but he wants the crowd to cheer anyway. So let's see how this goes. The crowd want him to win this set because they want to see more tennis, right? They paid money for it.
Yeah, I'll be like,
get
it's
sorted.
It's like when he goes cricket match. It's like, you don't want teams to get steamrolled.
Yeah.
You want them to have a competitive game, but you want your team to win because you want your money's worth, right?
Exactly, yeah. 30 all from Djokovic. So very big serve, even from Djokovic to make it 30 all.
That's been a difference in these two guys. He just shows how experienced he is. He's a master of his craft.
Yeah, I agree. All good serve out wide there. I actually thought that was long, but it must have just kept the line. And Medvedev manages to claw it back, and into a rally we go. And
Medvedev, isn't he? Keeping the rally.
Oh, and that's such a good shot from Djokovic.
Backhand.
So long, like that's literally clipped the line. A fantastic backhand from Djokovic. The depth on that, incredible. Medvedev can only just shovel that into the net, really.
What can he do to that his arm? I don't know.
Nothing, I don't think. I think Medvedev's got to do better with the shots before, potentially. He's got to utilize the angles, I think. I think he's too straight in the way he's hitting. So what makes Medvedev so good is the angles he gets, and he needs to be dragging Djokovic out court there, right? It's easier said than done.
A bit like Osaka's been doing.
Yeah, like Osaka does with the angles. And Medvedev has those angles, but he hasn't utilized them today. And it might be because Djokovic just hasn't let him, but I think it's partly just because Medvedev hasn't been able to utilize them and hasn't utilized them as much as he should have as well. So I think it's a mixture really. But he hasn't looked. I don't think he. I think he hasn't looked his best, Medvedev, but it's probably just because Djokovic hasn't made him look his best, hasn't let him be his best as well. I think it's probably a mixture. Good rally here. Djokovic 40-30 up on his serve, looking to be within one game of sealing his 9th straight Aussie Open title. Really impressive stuff here from Djokovic. I mean, he's been so impressive throughout the whole match, to be honest with you. Pretty flawless, and he does. He holds, and it's 5-2, and now Medvedev needs to serve to stay in this set, and not just this set, but this match and the final. Oh dear, this could be over very quickly.
the last time Novak won in 3 sets at the Australian Open was against Rafa Nadal. Your man was on 2 years ago. He won 6-3, 6-2, 6-3, which was kind of a demolition job against Rafa.
Yeah.
That was the last time he won in 3 sets.
Yeah, Rafa Nadal hasn't beaten Djokovic at the Aussie Open or on hard courts for a few years, I think now. It's disappointing. I actually thought, and the way Nadal was playing, I think it would have been closer than that. I don't know whether he'd won, probably not, because Djokovic is just so dominant at the moment on hard courts. But yeah, obviously Tsitsipas ruined that party. But I don't even know. Would Nadal have beat Medvedev? I don't know. I think he would have had a pretty good chance. But yeah, it wasn't to be. But yeah, Djokovic is just imperious at the Australian Open, to say the least, really. Fantastic player and really showing that he's a champion. I think, Roger and Rafa are pretty well. They come across, and I don't think it's true, but they come across as very blasé about the number of Grand Slam titles, etc. But I know deep down they really want it. But Djokovic is very open about it. He's very yeah, I want it. I want to have the most.
He hasn't lost. Sorry.
Yeah, go on.
He hasn't lost the final, Australian Open final, has he?
No, because that's what I said. He's won. He's been in 8 Australian. He hasn't won. He hasn't lost a semi-final either. So he hasn't lost a semi or a final. So every time he's got to the semis, he's gone on to win, which is 8. Which will now be 9 times if he wins this. And he's dominating Medvedev here. And Medvedev is now 15-love down his serve, trying to serve to stay in this match. And after a pretty competitive set, this has turned into a bloodbath. It really has. It's just. It's like that meme, when someone's getting beaten up. It's like, stop it. He's like, was it? It's like, stop it. He's already dead. From Simpsons or something. Oh dear. Unfortunately, not the final that maybe we were anticipating or hoping for. But sometimes people are just too good. And it looks like Djokovic is here as he opens up 30-love on Medvedev's serve. So let's see how we go here, because I'll tell you what, this is going to be super tough for.
Come on, at least hold
for Medvedev here.
At least hold. Come on. Have some grace. At least hold.
Oh, big forehand from Medvedev. Big forehand down the line. Djokovic managing to get these back. I don't know how. I actually don't know how. Unbelievable stuff. Oh, good forehand cross court. Really good forehand again from Medvedev, but he just can't seem to break the Djokovic wall. But he does eventually. Djokovic eventually being the one to hold up, hitting unforced error into the net there. And Medvedev will take a little bit of confidence. I think that will be an ounce of confidence from that, thinking I managed to go long with Djokovic there and win that point. But he really had to throw the kitchen sink at him, didn't he, Venu?
Point at a time, Medvedev.
Exactly, point at a time. And that's the second serve to look at. Djokovic is going to try and punish this, I would assume.
But it's a double.
No, it's a let second serve, I think. Yeah.
It's going to be a double.
He shouldn't double here.
It's going to be a double.
It's going to be double. What? What's going on? Why is he moaning? Bizarre. No, second serve to the backhand, and Djokovic ends up hitting into the net, almost falling over. Obviously lost his balance there. 30 all.
30 all? No, we don't know.
The tide is turning. Well, he needs to at least make Djokovic serve for it, right? He can't just hand it over to him. If you get broken
second serve again
like this in straight sets, it's just poor. Come on, Medvedev. Give us something here. No, and he opens up a championship point for Djokovic, and that's Venu. Can I ask you something? How many times do you think we've seen Medvedev hit that forehand wide like that, trying to go cross court and trying to whip it? He's clearly too close to the ball, but I can tell you that. You can tell me that he's too close to the ball.
Big point here.
Huge point. I think he's going to do it. That's it. Yeah, he's come to the net. Game over. Oh, what a way to win it. What a way to win it. What a smash from Djokovic. And Novak Djokovic is the men's Australian Open champion in 2021, 9 straight finals, when I say 9 straight wins in 9 finals, and he hasn't lost a semi-final or final at the Australian Open yet, and that run continues. So 9 Australian Opens, his 18th Grand Slam. 18th Grand Slam. Fantastic stuff from Djokovic, and he opens up really. I mean, we thought this might be the time for changing of guard. But Djokovic said it wouldn't be, he wasn't going to hand it over, and he surely hasn't done that. And it looks like the changing of guard will have to wait because Djokovic is imperious, not just at the moment, but in the Australian Open. And you know what, that sounds so bad. But you know that celebration he does. Do you remember I said to you that Kyrgios mocked it? He did the same thing. And it just reminded me of that. It's like cracking up. I don't know why. I really want them to play. Can they please play one time this year just so I can see what happens? But fantastic stuff from Djokovic. I mean, the guy is a beast. He really is. So, yeah, not much to say really, apart from well done, Novak Djokovic. Benny, what do you have to say?
You're just seeing a master at doing what he does at best, dominating on his surface. Forget calling it Australian Open, call it Novak Djokovic Open. That's how.
Well, then he may as well call Roland Garros the Nadal Open, the Rafa Open.
It's his.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
He might as well for next year etch his name on for 2022. He looks imperious on the spot. He absolutely dominated the heaters on.
Yeah, it was just. Dominated. To be honest, apart from the first set, it was just,
domination. That's all I can say. And basically, a lamb taken to the slaughterhouse. And Medvedev,
basically,
unfortunately, that lamb. And Djokovic, just he is.
He loves having his top off. Djokovic does, but anyway, he wins his 9th Australian Open title and wins his 18th Grand Slam title, only 2 behind Federer and Nadal, who are both on 20, and he'll be looking. I mean, I'm telling you, Venu, if he goes to the French and beats Nadal, you know what you said about him winning. You said something about winning 4, but I mean, I would say he's probably team's got a better chance. But if he does beat Nadal on clay, I'll tell you now, he's definitely going to overtake both of them. I'm telling you now.
Yeah,
I would call it now. If he beats Nadal on clay, which I think is very tough. Obviously, I'm a Rafa fan as well, but you said he's got a 98% win percentage there, but anything's possible. And the way Djokovic is playing, it seems like he's got that belief. If he serves how he's serving at the French, then he'll have a chance. And they're showing now the graphic with Federer and Nadal both on 20, Djokovic on 18, and the race really for the most Grand Slam titles is well and truly on. Really, I would be surprised if we see Federer win another one, unless I think his best chance is at Wimbledon this year, Federer. So I think he could maybe maximum win one more before he retires. But Nadal, I guess, is always a favourite at the French, and Djokovic really is a favourite at the Australian and the US. So the only thing I'd say is that you've got the people like Team Medvedev who are going to be challenging a lot more, probably on the hard courts. So that kind of halves then Djokovic's chances. But the type of form he's in, this could be one of those super years that he had. I think he had a ridiculous year. I think it was in 2013. And he's got, look at that. He's got the most number of weeks at world number 1.
Yeah, it's 2015 is on.
2015, so 311 weeks compared to 310, which Roger Federer had. Go on, Venu.
So in 2015, he won the Australian Open, got to the final of the French Open, won the Wimbledon, and won US. And 2011, he had quite a good year as well.
So 2015, so he was 1 win away, right, from winning, as you said, the Canada Grand Slam, which had been, and they have. I think someone has done it in the women's. I think it was Margaret Court, but I could be wrong. But yeah, like unbelievable. Djokovic is just he could have that type of year. He really could. I think that the young guns need to step up because his level is still very good, and I think he's even slightly improving. Like his serve is much improved, as you said, Venu. Like as I said, I don't think I've ever heard or seen him serve this many aces in a tournament, and also be the top person to serve the most aces. Like that's just incredible. And yeah, in terms of Nadal and Federer, I think, as I said, Federer maybe one more. Nadal's probably got a couple of French Opens left. Can he win anything else at Wimbledon or on the hard course? I think it's going to be really tough. I think it's going to be super tough for him with the young guns coming through. But someone like Team, who lost, you can't just rely on him to give a challenge. They need to be Zverev. Zverev, he choked against Djokovic.
Yeah.
He was a break up in the third set. He'd won the first set against Djokovic. Then he was a break up in the third and he choked, really. And Medvedev here, I mean, disappointing, right? What do you think of Medvedev's performance, Venu?
Disappointing, really. I think that's the word I'll say. A bit of disappointment, especially how well he played against Tsitsipas. Yeah, disappointing from Medvedev. I would say disappointing from Medvedev and ruthless from Djokovic. That's what I'd say.
Yeah, I agree. I think it was a perfect storm, wasn't it? Medvedev had actually won, as I said before the match started, 3 out of the last 4. But the difference is that those 3 wins, I think, were all in ATP tournaments. So he won in straight sets, or it wasn't a best of 5. So I think that makes the big difference because a best of 5 is a completely different ball game to a degree. What are you smiling at? What's going on?
Oh, it's like he threw the racket and they were fighting over the racket.
Oh yeah. But yeah, you don't normally see a player throw the racket, do you? What if it hits someone in the head or something? No, I think it's fun. He's throwing it in a nice loopy way. But yeah, I agree with you, Ben. I think Medvedev was disappointing. I think considering his record against Djokovic, and as I said, yeah, it's a different ball game, but he clearly knows he can beat Djokovic. He had a fantastic tournament up until this final, and I don't think he really displayed his full ability, and I don't think he gave himself a chance really in this final. And
He had
the
a
first,
sniff in the first set, but
yeah, the first set it was good, and then obviously he broke the second set. But then after that, there was nothing. There was really nothing from him in terms of real proper resistance. Too many unforced errors, right? Way too many.
Disappointing. But
yeah,
it's Novak's ridiculous, isn't it? What a player! But
interesting to hear what both players say actually, because I'm expecting Medvedev to say, yeah, Djokovic was too strong, but also I made too many unforced errors. But we'll see. And Djokovic, they're going to ask Djokovic, do you think you're going to overtake Federer and Nadal? Oh, we'll see. But he's definitely thinking to himself, yeah, which is fair enough. Who do you think will end up on the most Grand Slams, Venu?
Djokovic.
Djokovic, yeah?
Yeah. He looks imperious. I think he's probably the best place out of the 3 that could, Federer, Nadal, to win more Grand Slams this year.
Yeah.
I think Federer, obviously, he's coming back from injury. Nadal, French Open, yeah, probably going to win it, let's say. But still, he'll win if he wins the US and Wimbledon, if that occurs, he'll still have a net. He'll still gain on Nadal, wouldn't he? So
yeah, he'll be only one behind then.
And also, he's how many? 3 years younger than Djokovic and Nadal.
No, Djokovic is only 1 year younger than Nadal.
Okay, so he's still got youth on his side. So
he's 1 year younger, but I think the difference is the reason why you think he's really young is because he, despite him talking about injuries and stuff, he's not as injured as Nadal. So I think that definitely helps. Why are you smiling?
Oh, it's nothing. I'm glad it's over, to be honest. I can't wait to be on a tennis court and get my tennis off the sound of these guys.
Exactly, yeah.
It's not too far off. So
I was really hoping for a flipping really competitive match, but it wasn't to be. The third Russian. Speak to Shane. Oh gosh.
Where are the questions? I'm disappointed. Your viewers will let you down, Fizan. Shocking.
That's all good.
Shocking. I'm sorry.
It's all good. We've actually had quite a few people tuning in. Not as many as yesterday, to be fair.
But where are the questions?
And I think just because not as many people tuned in, no questions. I'm not sure. I mean, yesterday for the tennis and also the boxing, I had a lot. So I would have expected more for this, but maybe people are just watching it and not listening and watching at the same time, or maybe not as many people tuning in, which you'd expect. Normally, the men's final has more people tuning in. Yeah, is what it is, I guess. It's all good. What can you do, eh? Oh, okay, yeah, this is going on too long. Okay, well, let's wrap up. I wanted to hear them give the interviews, but
it'll be the usual. Or Djokovic. Oh yeah, Medvedev. It'll just be the usual, wouldn't
it? No, I wanted to hit what Medvedev says. I don't really care about Djokovic because I know what Djokovic will say. Djokovic will be the usual, like, "Oh, thank you, I love you guys. This is like a home to me." Like he'll say, "Yes, at home to me now. Of course, I'm so like privileged to be here and be a champion here, and can't wait to come back next year." And then he'll say something like, they'll be like, "Oh, do you think you're going to beat Nadal and Federer's record?" Yeah, I think obviously all three guys, we're all fantastic players, but yeah, of course I want to do that. And be like, Medvedev, what about you? Yeah, I just want to do better next time. And yeah, well played, Novak, too strong, made too many unforced errors, but it is what it is. Good experience, blah blah blah. Okay, and let's wrap up then. Because this lady who I think is the chairman, she's talking quite a lot, which is fine, but I'm not really that interested in it. So, okay, thank you very, very much for being on. And guys, yeah, unfortunately, so the men's and women's final, both in straight sets, both men's semi-finals in straight sets, just flipping joke, absolute joke. Anyway, it's not a joke, it's just people are too strong, which is unfortunate. I wish it had been... is she getting booed? Oh, she's getting booed. What's going on?
Why are they booing her? I don't know.
Why?
Maybe I don't know. I have no idea.
What? Oh dear. Okay. Anyway, on that note, let's wrap up. Thank you very much. That's pretty outrageous. What's going on?
That is outrageous. Just anyway, let's wrap up.
Cool. Let's wrap up. Okay, guys. If you haven't already, please make sure you do like and share this video, and most of all, please make sure you do subscribe. Thank you very much. And if you want to see more tennis-related content, please do subscribe. As I said, because I should be doing a review of the tournament next week at some point. I should hopefully got a special guest coming on actually from another tennis channel, so I'm looking forward to that as well. And if you do like other sports like cricket and boxing, please do look out for those as well. And you'll see Venu on a lot of the cricket stuff, and Venu does his weekly cricket segment, which is fantastic. And we'll be recording later today as well. So thank you very much, guys.